Welcome back to Mystical Ninja, Chapter 9. Is that your final story? So we're going to start out this level inside a prison, but this game has Shining Force Syndrome and we'll get let out in 5 seconds. Take a wild guess. Enough with the counterfeiters! I'm trying to rescue the princess and you're looking for Frank Abagnale. Let me first catch all the counterfeiters first. Bye! Probably in the jail. Okay. So if you noticed in the last level, the guy we were captured by, as well as all the enemies in the stage, they were wearing masks. Those were Hanya masks. Kidnapped by the Hyotoko people, being forced to make counterfeit money. Is it really such a simple task to make counterfeit? Okay. Yeah, so the Hanya guys are the main antagonists, whereas previously we were told that it was the Otafu army, which were the guys with the white masks. I don't trust you. You look kind of goofy to me. I'll leave you in here. And the Otafu army, Koban the cat was on their hot on their tail, right? And Koban was captured by the Hyotoko army at the festival, right? So it's all starting to come together. The Hyotoko people forced to make counterfeit. I think you need to have a higher skill to make counterfeit money, right? And in, was it level 4, I think? There was that NPC who said the Otafu were being controlled by someone else, so I assume that's the Hanya. That's better than jail. Jail. That guy, he's in a few more levels too. There's pretty corny jokes there. So you have to find the king in order to make it to the action stage. Let's see. At last help has arrived. You're not the king. See ya. One thing about this level, as well as the previous one, is that it's very hard to just use our coins to farm for gold. Oh, king. Overrun by the Hanyas. Allowed to continue. And for all of us, a secret passage in the wall of the prison. Wow. This game has like double Shining Force Syndrome. We get out of the prison in 5 seconds, and there's a secret passage in the prison. I would cut you out, but I'll kill the bad guy first. Or cut you free. Yes, it's really hard to farm gold. When you get to the diary, I think it's down here. It's really hard to farm gold in these levels. Like, even in the previous levels, whoa. Shoot, like, these shotgun muskets or something. Let's be careful here. Even the previous level, which has, like, the secret passages with gold, you need sandals to get that gold, right? So you went to a diary. Having fun in prison? Why not journal about it? So, like, in the previous level, if you're trying to farm up the gold for the textbook, you're like, okay, I'll get the sandals. Let's say you get hit a couple times. Then each sandal is like $100 to replace. Oh, it's just a nightmare. Like, one simple trick to making this game much easier is to earn a whole bunch of gold before Zone 8. Makes things much easier. I'm kind of missing some health here, but let's just wait till we get the golden cats in the action stage. This is the way to the king. Whoa. Let's use our coins to get through the rest of the game. We have 1,000 coins. I usually want like 500 for this section. If for some reason I get to this level without a lot of coins, you can either try farming the regular enemies, which is faster but really risky, or you can farm the enemies in the action stage. Danger zone! Proceed with caution. Yes, like right here at the beginning is where I would usually do it. Like trigger these guys by jumping up here. And then, whoa. Come on. Do this. You probably want to use your coins, or at least... Whoa. or at least like a level 3 weapon to farm these guys. I'm not sure. I haven't like thought too much about good farming spots. That coin just climbed up to the side of the screen. Good farming spots in the action stages. Like there are action stages with lots of spawning enemies, like the monkeys, but not sure which ones would be like safe to collect. I think in level 1, the umbrella. Yeah, just stop doing this. The umbrellas might be a good place to farm. I'll trust these guys. On the rooftops. Kind of reminds me of King Arthur's World, where you're those buildings with the long rooftops. There wasn't any point to burning the rooftops in King Arthur's World, the straw rooftops, but that... Whoa. But like, it felt like there was, right? I'm not alone on that, right? It's not a good use of our pizza there, but it should be fine. Oof. Slay these guys with common sense, I guess. They're gonna be drawn and quartered. I really want this pot here. I think it's another kitty. Well, just throw monies at your problems until they go away. Whoa, I'm being mugged! Get out of here. We'll meet up with Yay. It's terrible. The band of thieves is using the counterfeit money. Flying castle? What is this, lagoon? Since when is a flying castle a matter of money? Must be on board. We'll get them. You know, Yay! How about after this is done, we go out for dinner? Aw. Oh well. Well, take the coins. I don't think any of these... I don't think you can... Machine gun it. Forget it. I don't think any of these buildings you can enter. I haven't really tried them all yet. Careful these. If you land on those spikes, you're liable to get, like, chain hit and just die a very sad death in the spike pit. Okay, almost at the boss rush. Whoa. So the stationary clouds will disappear as when you step on them. And kill the sentry guards. Okay. This is the last checkpoint. And there's like 3 bosses until the, or 2 bosses until the final boss. Lantern guy. Gonna get me this time. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I was hoping you'd walk away. Whoa. Yeah. So you have to fight the lantern guy and the otaku mask, which I assume is like a story reference, right? Because those are like, they seem to be the, like the partners in crime here? I don't know. Maybe it's just like the only bosses that made sense. Like, it wouldn't make sense to fight the ghost in the boss rush, because it's not really connected to the story. We got level 1 weapon. Oh, it's not a big deal since we're just going to use the coins anyway. This boss rush in the checkpoint is part of the reason why you want a lot of money coming into this level, as well as why you want to make a save at the diary. If you have a lot of lives, it's not necessarily that useful. Whoa. Since the checkpoint is before these 2 bosses, right? So if you use like all your coins, die, and then start back at the checkpoint, it could be kind of screwed. There we go. Oh, nope. I mean, so if you haven't played the game, I guess it hasn't been stated yet that coins are extremely important against the final boss. They make them far, far easier than just using your regular weapon. As we will find out. That guy, I think, was pellet swap from the previous version. Like, he has green skin, and this in the boss rush. I don't know about that. Where's the sumo wrestlers? I guess they were just maybe they were coerced into service, and this is the head honcho. Make sure I get this pixel now. I guess this is the best pixel I can get to. Uh-oh, uh-oh. You want this guy to stay away from you. Doot, 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 doot. No, get away from me. Whoa. Don't sky blazer at me. Is the egg gonna pop out? No. Now we get to the final boss. This archer guy. So these arrows, they're much easier to hit using your coins than your weapon. You have to hit the arrow, deflect the arrow back at this dog creature's head. Although there is sort of a sneaky way to get damage without hitting the head. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Dang it, just wait it out on the... When you want to run out of room, you want to just wait it out on the right side. And now we'll do battle in the shade. Uh-oh. Yeah, so if you attack the cat normally, because the cat, not a dog, he just sort of pauses for a second. But, let's see if I can do it. So, you saw the arrow hit his foot. It made the sound effect. But it didn't make him flash. It didn't make his health decrease. So when that happens, I think this is the way it works. I think that means like you have like some stored damage. And then if you hit him with any attack, he'll suddenly take damage from the coin, even though he wasn't... even though that didn't work before. So... it happened again. There's also a bug with these arrows, where if you stand on the very far left, let's try getting hit here. No? Come on, hit me. No? Okay. If he comes closer, we'll try this trick. Come on. You can also just like toss coins at him to like stall his movement. Okay, here. If you hit me, I'll go onto like the very far left pixel. Maybe. There we go. Now I think what's going to happen is if I hit these arrows, the arrow will think I'm on the right side of the screen, and it'll actually deflect the other way. Yep. So this would happen to me randomly before I understood what was going on. I'd be just like, what the hell is happening? Like, is this like my unlucky day or something? All the arrows are going the wrong direction. I guess just get rid of you. Kind of being sloppy here, but we have so much pizza and stuff. Not a big deal. I wasn't keeping track of how long my hats lasted, but I'm sure they did their job. Whoa! Exit stage right. Now know what you're thinking. More Joe and Mac tactics? No. Joe and Mac tactics is for regular enemies. This is a boss. So I guess it would be Armadillo maybe? I don't know. Maybe King Dodongo? I'm just gonna abuse the safe spot on the left. I mean, I'm not gonna try to weave my way through that crap. Put this in your pipe and smoke it. Whoa! Come on. Not sure why I'm using the pipe, but it feels more satisfying. Gotcha. So he was a samurai inside of a samurai. Now he's going to hold the princess hostage. So, back where we started, James. Your friend, or the mission? Kill her. She means nothing to me. Pray I don't alter the deal further. Peace. Without your power, I'm nothing but a helpless old man. What about your bow and arrow? Stay away from me, man. He'll do it! He's crazy! So what, did we just like knock him to his senses, or was the mask evil? General Shogun was arraigned in Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. In a moment, the result of that trial. And so ends The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. The ending screens aren't too elaborate for this game, but still nice for what they are. I'm not exactly sure what this wooden structure you see is, that this scaffolding. I think I've seen it associated with ancient Japan before, right? Am I wrong? If you happen to know, I'd like to be educated. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making this. It's a lot of fun. If this is my first LP you've watched, and you like the idea of watching another one, consider subscribing. Get that next LP in your sub box, baby! I'm still new to doing LPs, so any feedback is appreciated. Was it amazing? Was it terrible? Was there some piece that was amazing or terrible that I should take into account for the future? You know, you can leave me a message. One part of the LP that I still think about is the different types of commentary. So, of course, the core of a good LP is going to be the unscripted, in-the-moment stuff. That's fine, that's great. I'd love an LP that was just that. But I try to work in abstract and long-form thoughts, you know, the kind of topics you would make a mental note for when preparing an LP, if you know what I mean. As for next LPs, there is another one coming. It's not coming soon, but I would say near future. Once I start playing it, it's going to take at least a couple weeks to record, so it's definitely not soon. But, like, it's going to be the next game I'm playing in general, not just LP-wise, so it's coming. I really want to play this game, I've been dying to, and it's not related to Goemon or the Super Nintendo. So traditionally, one wraps these up with a short review. Legend of the Mystical Ninja, I give it 5 out of 5. In short, goofy vibes and fun action. The slapstick in this game is great. Like, the cartoony sprites fit the capabilities of the SNES perfectly. And every now and then it mixes in, like, some modern stuff with the historical, which is always fun. And it's not just like straight feudal Japan. The game really goes all in on its fantasy elements. More than anything else about the setting and presentation, I really enjoyed that. It also just feels like a grand adventure, you know? Scaling a Tengu mountain, encountering a white dragon, Japanese spirits invading the towns, all that stuff. Whole 9 yards. Good backgrounds too. Mystical Ninja, along with Pocky and Rocky, they were like my introduction to this mythical universe, I guess you could say. I think the main cast, though, doesn't get showcased very well. Like, we get no sense of what Ye's like or anything. Even Goemon and Abyssamaru aren't characterized very much. So the cast of characters is more like kind of like a plus or a bonus if you're familiar with them outside the game. The text boxes, like, you know, at the end of the levels after the bosses, they're probably too sparse on detail if we're grading it against modern games. Like, you don't really know how Goemon is reacting to any of this, or even how the person speaking to you feels outside of, like, the one important thing that they're going to move the plot along with. Mechanically, I think this game works very well. I like how it feels slightly RPG-ish with the currency and item system, but you also get to a point where it just feels like an action game you can blast through on your own, like once you get good enough. Coins are kind of overpowered though, but there's no sense of hollow challenge. As long as the game can avoid that, it's fine. Very good action stages in this game, and bosses as well. There's like no fluff in those stages. It's really good on pure platforming too, surprisingly. The town stages, they're more simple, but you're sort of like on your toes, I think, so it works. The power down mechanics, with like your sandals and the weapon power-ups, let's just say, it's gonna be naturally discouraging at first. Loving this game requires, like, resolving that within yourself somehow. I do remember this game being too hard for me to beat for a long time. I rarely made it to the later stages, and there were spots that if I did make it that far, I'd die easy in those spots. Like the Kabuki boss in the Tengu mountain stage, and the whole platforming section in Zone 8. But mastering this game isn't actually a big demand once you, like, become set on doing it. You might start out having lots of trouble in the same sections, but in the end, you eventually discover it's actually an easy game. I haven't played the other SNES Goemon games. A few years ago, I just decided I'm just going to play them without waiting for someone to create a translation patch. Since I hear it's not necessary, but still haven't gotten around to it. I wouldn't expect LPs of those games or the 64 games. I've played the first game on the N64, the 3D one, but I don't like actively replay it. I've actually been wanting to play both of them again, both the 64 games, this past year or two. It's all those discussions about the N64 Mini! How do you feel about the different Goemon games? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious if anyone has any experience with the pre-SNES games as well, and the Game Boy games. I don't think they get much attention. And that is all. I'd like to thank everyone who watched the whole thing. I hope you got something out of it, and if you did, I suppose I'll be talking to you next time. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now.